Welcome to my Tormented Demon guide. Unlike my previous guide on this is a purely AFK method. For the gear, you will need full Sliske, which includes the helmet, plate body, and plate legs, atrocious rogue gloves, or an upgrade is Cinderbane gloves, or you can downgrade to Recipe for Disaster Barrels gloves, Silverhawk boots, a Luck of the Dwarves, an offhand Shadow Glaive. This does not need to be augmented, a main hand Darklight, a Demon Horn necklace, a hybrid cape. This can also be a 99 skill cape, a god book, and you don't have to, but a quiver just because of the bird bonus. As for the inventory, you will want 3 sharks, overloads, and a tuned ectoplasmator. To get this, you can talk to the Diego interface in your bank to get the regular ectoplasmator, and then if you have a ghostly essence, use it on the ectoplasmator, and 1 essence gives you 10 charges. You'll want a ice nihil pouch, an Excalibur, and then 1 of the following: blood rune, law rune, death rune, grimy irit, grimy ivantoe, grimy cantadine, grimy dwarfweed, grimy lantadine, a cut diamond, a fire talisman, a adamant stone sprite, and a grapevine seed. You will also want 1 blue charm and 1 crimson. As for the Slayer Codex, this is optional, but if you have captured 50 souls in the book, you will have access to the teleport. If you do not, and you have completed the quest A Love Story, you will need a teleport to house. With this tablet, you can right click and modify it. Go to option 0 for more, and option 1 for Menopause. Lastly, for the Sliske gear, you want to right click it and put select effect. The one you will be choosing is Divine Shield. You will need to have War Priest of Zamrock in either your bank or in your house. If you're curious about the chance to reduce the cooldown duration, that would be Saradomin. And then the last one will be the chance to deal critical hits, which is the Tuska's outfit. Again, I will be choosing Divine Shield. For your quick prayer, you will want Soul Split and Turmoil. Then save it. Lastly, you want to make sure you are in Legacy mode. To do so, on your action bar, on the right side there is a cog or gear. Right click it and then go to Legacy. Break your Menopause tablet or teleport with the Slayer Codex and you will be here. If you do not have either 2 items, you can teleport to the Menopause Lodestone, run west to the dungeon and right click it to go to the Port District. From there, you want to go west. Once you're at the pier, you want to travel and then go to the Sunken Pyramid. Either enter yours or a friend's dungeon. Keep in mind that if your friend logs out, you will still stay in the dungeon for 5 minutes, and they do not need to be in their dungeon. You could just be on the same world as them, and you'll be there forever, until they log out, and then the 5 minutes have passed. In my case, I have them in my dungeon. Just before you enter the door, drink your holy overload, and for your prayer, I highly suggest Penance Aura. Activate it, turn your auto retaliate on, and pass through the barrier. Turn your prayer on, and then summon your Ice Nihil. The reasoning you do it after you pass it is because sometimes Nihil does not follow you to the other side, which you can just call, but I prefer to summon it afterwards. Once you have killed the first Tormented Demon, find out where it will spawn and then stand right next to it. And then just auto retaliate. Now the reasoning why we are using Legacy with a main hand melee weapon and an offhand range weapon is because Tormented Demons switch prayer according to the damage that you dealt to them based on a certain style. So by having in Legacy, I will first melee, and then my next hit I will range, and then melee again and repeat. The Ice Nihil uses magic, so right now I am currently using all 3 combat styles. And this means that I do not have to worry about switching any of my armor or gear every so often. Now for killing these, as you can see, it is extremely easy, and the 3 sharks is just in case of emergency. But you can also drop a shark where you're standing and then pick it up until you have area loot enabled. Now some reasonings on why you want to kill these is for the dragon plate body 3 pieces to make it, the dragon limbs, or while on a Slayer task, because this is honestly a very quick and easy task to be able to do. You are able to get between 122 to 128 kills per hour just AFK. Keep in mind that if you want the loot, you will have to pay attention about every 1 or 2 minutes. And right there, as you see, I already got a runed dragon armor slice. If I were to examine it, it is 45k. That and the other 2 ruined dragon pieces and the dragon limbs is what you will be wanting to do this for. If you have 0 luck on these, you will get a base of 655k GP per hour from all of the runes, noted herbs, and all, etc. The grapevine is worth the most, as each one is almost 35,000, which will increase your GP per hour if you get more and more of them. As for this spot, you will only want to be able to kill 1 Tormented Demon if you are doing this. If there is 2 in the same room, your character will run back and forth and you will die, since they'll be able to do 2 styles and you won't be able to kill them quick enough before the other one spawns beforehand. Remember, for your attuned ectoplasmator, you will need 13 ghostly essence per hour of doing this. It is an extremely cheap method to sustain your prayer, along with using the penance aura. Thank you all so much for watching this little short guide on how to effectively AFK a tormented demon in your personal Slayer dungeon or a friend's Slayer dungeon. Keep in mind that you will need 99 Slayer to access the personal Slayer dungeon for both you or your friends. Oh, and there we go. Already got the dragon limbs, which is 4.8 mil. Well, thank you all so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed this guide.